the K-drama world has two kinds of men, the ones who make you fall in love quietly and the ones who make you fall in love so hard and so fast you don't even know it happened until you're already crying at episode 3. Today, we are putting two of those men head to head. Byeon Woo-Seok, Chang-Wook, the internet's newest obsession versus the man who has been holding it down for over a decade. One of them is the king the fans crowned. The other is the king who never gave up the throne. And by the end of this video, you are going to have a very strong opinion about which one actually deserves to wear it. Let's get into it. Here's the thing about Byeon Woo-Seok that most people don't know. Before 2024, he was working quietly, consistently, small roles, supporting characters, building his craft in the background while nobody was really watching. He was in 20th Century Girl. He had a role in Strong Girl Namsoon. He was there, doing the work, without the recognition that matched the talent. And then Lovely Runner happened, and the entire world stopped. April 2024. TVN drops Lovely Runner. A time travel romance about a devoted fangirl who goes back in time to save the life of her idol, Ryu Sunjae, played by Byeon Woo-Seok. Now, multiple big-name actors turned this role down. They looked at the script and thought, nah, this is just a fangirl story. Byeon Woo-Seok said yes, and that decision changed his entire life. Within weeks, Lovely Runner was topping charts in 130 countries, sitting at number 1 on Viki for 6 consecutive weeks, in countries including the US, Canada, the UK, Brazil, and France. The ratings kept climbing with every single episode. And Byeon Woo-Seok, he became a global star almost overnight. Airport scenes of him in 2023 showed a handful of fans. Airport scenes of him after Lovely Runner aired, absolute chaos. Thousands of people, security barriers, fans traveling across countries just to catch a glimpse of him. The flying kiss that broke the internet. There is one single scene from Lovely Runner that you need to understand if you want to understand why this man became who he is. His character, Ryu Sunjae, is saying goodbye. He blows a flying kiss, gets caught by his best friend, panics, and then sends the flying kiss to his friend instead. That's it. That's the scene. And it went so viral that K-pop idols across the entire industry started recreating it. NCT members, Vivaz, Rai Aize, everyone was doing the Ryu Sunjae flying kiss. A drama character created a trend that spread through the entire Korean entertainment industry. That is the kind of cultural impact we are talking about. What makes him special? But here's what actually makes Byeon Woo-Seok dangerous as an actor. It's not the looks. It's not the charm. It's the way he makes you feel like every moment is real. Ryu Sunjae was not supposed to be the most beloved K-drama character of 2024. On paper, he was a supporting concept of fictional idol. But Byeon Woo-Seok brought such warmth, such genuine softness to that role that fans didn't just love the character, they felt protective of him. At the end of 2024, industry insiders voted him the #1 rising star of the year. Out of 200 votes, he got 90, nearly half. No one else was close. He himself said, 2024 will forever be the year of Lovely Runner for me. It was my turning point, and he's just getting started. If Byeon Woo-Seok is the storm that arrived in 2024, Chang-Wook is the mountain that was already there when the storm hit. Chang-Wook has been in this industry since 2008. He didn't explode onto the scene. He built his career with discipline, with range, and with a refusal to be put in a box. And over 15 years later, he is still here, still delivering, still making fans lose their minds. Healer, the role that made him a legend. If you know Chang-Wook, you know Healer. And if you haven't seen Healer yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but please fix that immediately. 2014. Chang-Wook plays Seo Jung-hoo, a night courier, a ghost, a man who operates in the shadows, fast, dangerous, brilliant, and then he falls in love, and suddenly this untouchable, unfeeling operative becomes the most vulnerable person on screen. The contrast, the physical intensity of the action sequences combined with the emotional softness of the romance, it was a combination that K-drama had never quite seen before. Healer didn't just become a hit, it became a standard, a reference point. When people talk about what a perfect K-drama looks like, Healer is always in that conversation, and Ji Chang-Wook's performance is the reason why. Here is what makes Ji Chang-Wook genuinely difficult to beat. The man will not stay in one lane. After Healer, he went historical. Empress Kai, a sweeping, epic period drama where he played a man navigating politics, war, and impossible love across an entire empire. Completely different world, completely different character, flawlessly executed. Then the K2, high-octane action, a former mercenary framed for murder, surviving on instinct. The fight sequences alone made international headlines. Then Suspicious Partner. And suddenly he's doing romantic comedy, and the charm and the timing are so good that fans who found him through action felt like they discovered a completely different actor. And then 2023, The Worst of Evil on Disney+, a gritty, dark, undercover crime drama set in the 1990s. No romance safety net, just raw, intense, physically demanding acting. And Ji Chang-Wook delivered one of the most critically talked about performances of his career. That is the catalog of a man who is not done growing, who is not coasting, who is still, after 15 years, pushing himself into harder, darker, more complex material. There is one more thing you need to understand about Ji Chang-Wook, and it is something that very few actors in any industry have. His fans did not leave when he went to the military for his mandatory service. They waited, and when he came back, they were louder than ever. That kind of loyalty is not manufactured. It is earned through years of genuine connection, through performances that make people feel something real, through a presence on and off screen that makes fans feel like they know him. New fans discover him every year through Healer, through Suspicious Partner, through The Worst of Evil. And they don't just watch one drama, they go through the entire catalog. Because once you're a Ji Chang-Wook fan, you're a Ji Chang-Wook fan. There's no going back. So here we are, Byeon Woo-Seok, the man who said yes when everyone said no, who took a role nobody wanted, made it the most loved K-drama of 2024, and turned a flying kiss into a global movement, who went from quiet working actor to a man causing airport chaos across Asia, all in the space of one drama season. Ji Chang-Wook, the man who built a kingdom over 15 years and never let it fall, who can do action, romance, period drama, crime thriller, romantic comedy, and make every single one look effortless, who survived the military absence that ends many careers and came back stronger. Here's the truth. Byeon Woo-Seok proved that one perfect role played perfectly can change everything. That talent waiting in the shadows doesn't stay in the shadows forever. Ji Chang-Wook proved that staying power, range, and genuine craft outlast every trend and every wave. The new king arrived with a storm. The veteran king built his throne out of stone, so which one actually takes the crown? I'm putting that in the comments, because I have a feeling you already know your answer, and I want to see it. Drop it right now. Team Byeon Woo-Seok, Team Ji Chang-Wook, or, you know what, I simply cannot choose, and that is valid too, but vote, because this conversation needs to happen. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is what we do. We take K-drama seriously. We have the debates nobody else is having, and we never settle for surface level content. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because we are doing a full breakdown of Chang-Wook's best roles ranked, and then we're doing the same for Byeon Woo-Seok. You will not want to miss either one. Like this video if it gave you something to think about. Share it with whoever needs to enter this debate immediately. I'll see you in the next one.